Facebook, boom, here we go, part 3. Emily Carlson, do you and David Ramsey ever have arm wrestling contest, you know, for science? Not yet, but I feel like core plays a big part in arm wrestling. And I know that David would be a prohibitive favorite, like a minus 400 favorite. But I kind of like me at those odds if you're a betting person. Samantha Carmona, did the Flash win or did Oliver win? I need to know. Well, don't ask me things that I can't tell you, and we know the answer. Elisa Spinell, I've watched a lot of your interviews and you've talked several times about the Arrow audition process, but I've never seen you mention exactly what scene you had to do. Was it a scene that ended up being filmed for the pilot? If so, which scene was it? And if not, can you describe it? Yes, I can. There were 3 scenes. There was the scene where Oliver and Sarah were on the boat, and that was an example of sleazebag Oliver. It was a little bit more detailed than what ended up actually being in the pilot, but it was more or less the same. There was the scene where I see Laurel again for the first time. Is that right? The scene where I see Laurel again for the first time. And there was the scene where I tell the 3 guys I'm going to kill him. That was it. In that order, I think. Parish Morrow, when you text, how often do you use emojis? A lot, but just the smiley face or wink face emojis. Luciana Alves Silva, can you show us Sarah? Can you show us Sarah, the person that always knocks on your trailer door? If Sarah knocks by the end of this Q&A, I will force her to come in here and say hello to everybody. Oh, that's a good question. Jeremy F. Broom, what would you do if you had a full 24-hour day with nothing to worry about and all to yourself? I can't really even conceptualize that anymore now that I have a family. Well, I've always had a family, but now that I have a wife and daughter, because when they're not with me while I'm filming, because occasionally they're in Los Angeles while I'm in Vancouver, my existence is very, very sad. Not like sad, like cry for me. Sad like I come into my apartment and I go and I make myself a bowl of cereal and then I go and I sit down and I watch TV for 15 minutes and then I go to bed. And then I go back to work. And then on the weekends I go to LA to see them. So I don't really know. I don't know. Tammy Lawton, did you ever get the tape of your Arrow audition as promised? And if so, when can we see it? I have seen it. I don't have permission to release it yet. It's property of Warner Brothers. I think that one day it'll happen. I'll ask again. Ashley Clark, what's your favorite food at Kraft Food Services? It is a local cereal to Vancouver called Holy Crap. You can look it up and everything. That's what it's called. Sass Laura Snark, why are the Philadelphia Flyers so inconsistent again? Players or management? I don't know. I watch hockey. I just watched the Kings. And even then, I just watched in the playoffs because I get so busy and because the playoffs happen over hiatus. That's a random question. Derek Christensen, we got 4 more. Is there a character other than yours on the show that is a favorite of yours to see developed? To see developed? Well, I'm just interested in this Ray Palmer fella, only because he and I have only had 1 scene together. We had a scene together in the first episode, and now it remains unclear if we'll ever have a scene together unless he shows up in Hong Kong. I want to know stuff about Ray. Tom Atwood, how long does the average fight scene take to shoot? Some of them look like they would be exhausting if they took multiple takes. Well, they always take multiple takes. The Ra's al Ghul fight, as an example, took about 7 hours. Now, that was just 2 people. We've had entire days spent on fight scenes, and the Flash Arrow fight took 3 nights, where they shot stuff during the day and then at night we shot the fight over 3 consecutive nights. Douglas Boltinghouse, do you have any Christmas traditions within the Arrow family of cast and crew? That's a good question. I was saying earlier, we do a lunch every year. We have Santa and Mrs. Claus come all the way from the North Pole so that crew members who work really, really hard don't have to go to a mall on Saturday and can get a photo taken and have a nice lunch here. Plus, I dress up in the Arrow costume and scare the kids. No, I take pictures with the kids. And it's always fun. Last question. Deanna Sharp, are you planning on doing any other campaigns for Fuck Cancer or any other charity? I do have plans. Let's focus in here. I do have plans to do other campaigns. I don't know if they will be Fuck Cancer, although I suspect that on an annual basis, as a board member, I will do work with them. But I am going to work with Represent again. We're probably going to do a campaign sometime in February or March of the new year. Don't know the theme yet, but I'm excited for it. Facebook. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, all of those things. Thank you for a marvelous 2014. The page is going to be a little quiet after this onslaught of content. But you know, there's going to be a sporadic post or two over the break. And the debut of the Dudes Being Dudes in Wine Country trailer on Christmas Day. I'm excited for that. Lots of love to you. Bye-bye.
Hey Facebook, I'm Sarah. I'm the third AD on Arrow. And this is the AD dog, Marley. We have a lot of really cool stuff for you in store. So I hope you stay tuned. Thanks and happy holidays.